The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports.
I have this NFC fucking championship to fucking play.
4 quarters between one of these teams and a spot in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship is underway. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here.
Against CPU, fuck yeah.
No gain on the run. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line.
Oh, boy.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Eagles will take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
They put a receiver in motion right. First carry now for Jonathan Brooks.
Fucking Christ.
And he gets the 1st down before being taken down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead.
I feel like I haven't played this shit in fucking forever.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
I have it. Biting me in the ass right now. I'm in the NFC Championship.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
I've been waiting like a fucking week to play this fucking game. I'm rusty as a motherfucker.
From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Buys time, rolling right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. Throw complete to Lamb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A great pass from the rookie out of Texas A&M, and a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone. Throwing it again here.
Well,
That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the pocket. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Third and just 2 to go. Hurts now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after.
That sucks for him.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's a throw. Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Here he is on 3rd and long.
God damn it.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over after the interception. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Back to the well again. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Well, he got his own miscue back, so no harm, no foul, but they are still not happy seeing him putting that football on the ground.
It's not like he just dropped it, though. Took a pretty nice hit to jar it free, but what do they teach you? When you got a nice game, what do you got to do?
Ball security, bro. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return.
His running back just fumbled 3 times in a row, bro. That is wild. Both of my linebackers have a trait. If they hit you perfectly on a hit power, it's more of a chance you can fumble. And I'm fucking lighting him up with them.
It is still a turnover.
I'll tell you, Kate, by now, I think it's as much between the ears problem as it is anything technical ball security problem. After 3 fumbles in a game, he's got to get his head on right there on the sidelines before they will ever trust him to hang on the ball again.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Chased out to his right. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Brought in right side. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and throw it here. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down.
Yep.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They give it to him again. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On the move, headed right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. He's got it over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Deron Bland. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll run here from the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Hurts now on fourth. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
First down throwing for Hurts. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Hurts throwing again. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and out third down. Now Hurts. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a 4th down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, But it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome. Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
One last play before the break. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. From his own end zone, here we go.
Hi. I'm alive. Longer.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah.
63.
Thrown back, gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Caught, nice gain left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hurts looking to throw. Wilson's got it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 3. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Hurts trying again on second down. This finds Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
They'll send him over right. Hurts now from the gun. This is reeled in by Wilson. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Another carry for him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
From midfield on 2nd down. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
now on third down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. He'll throw it. Gets this to Johnson. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on fourth down.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They'll throw it again. Escapes the pocket. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about a ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his right. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Hits the 20. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Just a quarter left before one of these teams. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
They send a man in motion. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now the field goal unit runs on for its 2nd try tonight. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Give all the credit to the coverage on that. Even with plenty of time to throw, they never gave him a lane to complete it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Dropping back to throw. For the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's got it at the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now within one score in the fourth. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Cowboys get it back to within 6. They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Here's a give, fullback headed up the gut. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys bring a couple extra defensive backs out. 3rd down coming. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. Right up the gut. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Back-to-back carries here. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Offense to the line for second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 34. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.